Negatives. Talk about a lot of negatives. Okay. They're coming back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hmm. Glad to hear you in good state, man.
Yeah, the voice switch back.
Your throat, I wonder, we can walk last night,
The
though.
water work, water good.
Good water. I love to hear when
Water.
you speak of that. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Glad for you,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. When talking is your profession, it's not easy to leave your voice when you depend on that. So I think that seems to be captivating a lot of your well wishers, supporters, I would imagine, and even those in high places.
When the voice gone?
Huh?
When the voice gone?
No, no, no. I say, hold on. You know, listen to me carefully.
Sorry,
I
I
say,
miss peace.
when you lose that voice, I mean, you depend on that talking. There's a tendency to say talk is cheap, but talk ain't cheap anymore, right? Because I'm talking to you here is money, money, money all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we overlook these things. But I'm saying for you, talking is important because that's how that's how you are doing what you're doing. And that's why I'm glad to know you got back your voice, because otherwise you can't continue like that. Nobody will understand what you're saying.
I know, right?
Um, huh?
I said, I know, right?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to. I, when you come into whenever you respond to me, I'm not hearing you that clearly anyhow. But the point is, I hear talking, you're saying, I want to laugh. I want to laugh. Laughing, as I say, is a good remedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um, since you're becoming, since you're becoming a local star where you are an impresario, an MC, and all of that, you have to, especially because it's a business, you have to be able to make people laugh. So I hope you, I hope you are practicing up for putting a joke, putting certain things together so you can get me to laugh. I just, because that's all part of the business, whether you're aware of that or not. So, you know, um, and you can come up with certain jokes that others don't. You don't have to copy others, especially if it is nothing that I don't expect you to go down that vulgar road or smut road.
Mm-mm.
So, so this is just a little endorsement, encouragement, and telling you because I've followed so many people within our CARICOM region. I can't tell you North American jokes. I don't know how you people North American jokes. And most of the North American jokes, they all have extensive, it's a key. So
Oh,
it's just
mm-hmm.
this is a niche. This is a niche that I think I'm just trying to tell you can create for yourself.
Okay.
Your voice, you already have the voice,
Mm-hmm.
but getting into entertaining, making, you make, you want to make things exciting for your audience and so
Yeah.
come up with your own Christal jokes and so on. I'll give you anything from me. All right,
Okay.
I don't know what's your topic. You have a
Today,
topic for discussion this morning?
I was gonna share a different side to Zionize saga
Okay.
this
Sounds
morning.
interesting. Good. Let me listen to you.
So
I guess I
okay,
have
so
to
you
come.
listen and
Bye.
what's not. All right. Thank you so
Mm.
much. Off air. Um I am a clown. Y'all don't even know. But to say come and hold the microphone and make up some jokes and let people crack up, mm-mm. Maybe one of these days I might have to ask my former coworker to give me some tidbits and teach me how to tell people jokes and make people laugh. I mean, just it happens unintentionally, and to sit down with intent, I don't know if I that sounds a bit challenging. But hey, I mean, you never know what you're good at until you try it. You never know what you might like until you try it. So perhaps I might try going down that road. It's not a smutty road. Trust me, it would never be. Maybe it might be. Who knows? That might be a different angle. We like different angles in this place. Anyways, moving right along. Good morning to Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown. Good morning to Trevor. I'm just reaching out. Reach out and touch somebody's hands. Have a wonderful day. Same to you. Thank you. Somebody says, "Good morning. Your voice sounds much better today." So you don't even know how good it feels to have it back. Uh, I'm Union Island is in the house. Good morning. Oh, hey, the salt. Oh, what's it called again? The salt picking finish. Rainy season starts. So that's it. I missed it this year. Oh, I feel so bad. I really need to go down next year because I can't afford to miss it. I would love to have that experience. Anyways, Zionai Saga, right? From since last week, Thursday to now, Zionai has been in the ears and thoughts and words in the mouth. He's been in everybody's mouth since last week, Thursday night. Now, he got kicked out, quote unquote. Well, he didn't get kicked out. The leader of On Tour said that he kicked out himself. You know, On Tour has this theme song. On Tour, take over. All right. The singer didn't come back yet. But you know it, right? You know it. Have you heard it? You know it? On Tour, take over. Dun, 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 dun. Well, they really did take over. But here's a different side to it. Could Zionai actually be a hero for Vincy Mas 2023? Let me take you back to 2022 when the All the Hypocrites was making the rounds. Yeah, you remember that backstory. We don't need to go back down there. But you remember that. Prior to All the Hypocrites, how many people were talking about Zionai? How many people knew about Zionai? That's two questions. How many people were talking about On Tour Calypso Tent? How many people knew about the On Tour Calypso Tents and the others? How many people were paying attention and talking about Calypso music? Now this year, 2023, again, same individual, different kind of controversy. Had to come back and make apologies left, right, center, in between, 45-degree angle, 135, all over the place. Everybody has to be apologizing. However, everybody is talking about Zionai. Everybody is talking about Calypso music. I see this as an opportunity. So in a different light, when he put on an extra pair of glasses, Zionai just might be what Calypso needs or needed for this year. Calypso has been struggling without a doubt. Over the years, the interest for Calypso music has been decreasing, declining. And they've been trying. The associations, the people, the Calypsonians have been trying. They've been complaining. They have the issues, just like Raga Soca issues and Soca Monarch and Soca, not Soca Monarch, sorry, Soca Monarch has their own issues, but Soca music have the issues too. But Calypso, when you look at the numbers for these shows, Calypso doesn't compare. Dimash God does not compare to Soca Monarch. So despite whatever issues that he is personally going to have, or may have, I don't know. Kind of leniency might come in there. This could work to Calypso's benefit. It might pique people's interest. This is what happens in tents. Man, I need to go. I need to go to the tents, go back to the tents. This might be what Calypso needs to bring people back, to pique their interest, So wait a minute. I forget Calypso tent was so sweet. I forget Calypso music was so nice. I forget there was so much bassa and bacchanal in Calypso. What was I doing out all these years? And as young, mature people, like wait a minute. I'm missing out on all of this? No, I need to get it first hand. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
With design, I ask you. I'm gonna let people go back to the tent because Diana is not there. I remember last
Oh.
year, Diana, I was starring. I don't know if you remember everybody with Anto Tent, you know, who's singing Diana. I have a bad tune, man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the advertisements, Diana, when he sing those hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
Those hypocrite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man, it had the tent rolling. Now this year, as you said, Diana, I don't care, you walk right out. After you don't sing his song, you walk out because you know what is going to happen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that is any headache from where the in, I out. And the patrons, them, Diana not there. So therefore you can't see Carnival Calypso is on the run.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Okay.
then what I find strange is that last week they brought it live on the radio. And to me, oh boy, the people them, the graduates them, oh boy, they did not practice. You could tell they're just practicing with the band, okay? Because a lot of them, it didn't make any justice. So I don't think why they should have recorded them at that time. I think it's preliminary and semi-finals that they usually bring them over,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I want
To
to say
give them
something
justice.
else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this morning we get a mouthful from the press secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like he's trying to convince himself. I don't know with what. He was talking about this little petty thing with the New Dems, the president, however she is, resign or sending a letter and what's not. But I want to remind him, right? Something hotter than that. What about when the crowd said give us Caesar? We want Caesar. You forget that? Huh?
Mm.
Remind him for me. You have a beautiful day.
Same to you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, well, that's a different spin to it because he's not there. Sorry, not there anymore. This guy's a classic. Maybe persons may not be interested, but perhaps there might be some people who might think, okay, maybe there is somebody else. There are other artists out there. I mean, there are a ton of calypso artists that are performing. Maybe they might be interested in them to hear what they have to bring for this carnival season. Who knows? We'll see. But while we're at it and we're talking about tents, tonight is graduates. Tonight is Tuesday. Wednesday is upstage. And Thursday is on tour. And then you're gonna have your judging in New York, and then you come back and you judge here, and then your Fantastic Friday, and then your Dimanche Grand, all these wonderful things. But Calypso needs a bit of extra push. It's where Ragasoka started from. It has its roots in the Caribbean. It is obviously beneficial to our culture, and it's something that you really should not let go, and you should pay close attention to. So I'm going to stress, despite the kind of trouble that he has caused, if the association does not use this to their benefit, there's something wrong. If Calypsonians don't use this to their benefit, there's something wrong. Another thing I think that Calypsonians need to do, right? And everybody has a part to play in it. More radio stations should be playing more Calypso music, right? Calypsonians need to get their music out early. It costs money, but if you're really serious about it, and you're really serious about piquing people's interest or getting people interested in the art form, in your music, in your specific songs, just like what Fire Empress did and others have done in the past, get your music recorded, get it mixed and mastered, and get it out, and get it rotating. The one from Brother Ebony is a good example. Up to this day, people are still singing it. People still know it because it's interesting. Came out early. Everybody gravitated towards it. Another thing, now, earlier this year, Prime Minister made mention of the topics. Come off the politics, sing something else, And while I disagreed with him telling them what to sing per se, I don't agree with telling creatives what to sing and what they shouldn't sing. Once you're not um, defaming anybody, once you're not disrespectful, especially to women and playing them song. Anyways, a different topic for a different day. If you want to sing about sand, then you go by all means go sing about sand. But calypso music, from as far as I understand, it is interesting, it is eye opening, it is thought provoking, it is also entertaining. And I think there needs to be a balance. Sing about whatever you want. You could sing about politics and still make it funny. You could sing about a national issue, a social issue, and throwing a little bit of sarcasm in there to make it interesting, right? So that people could become more interested in it. Look at what Steel Pan did. They repackaged something that's been there for years. They just put on a little extra blush on the cheeks, extend a little eyelash, put on a little, a little something, something like when you put it on makeup, put it on makeup, repackaged it. That's what you need to focus on: repackaging, rebranding, coming afresh. It's the same thing you're getting, but it's in a different package. Just to keep abreast, and of course to stay alive. The fact is, and I just looked at somebody's post on social media. They were talking about so many events that are happening in SVG for this carnival season. So many events. I think it was over 60, something like that, the figure. I can't remember. And artists, the appeal was to artists. How many of those shows book Calypsonians? So I could get in terms of you don't want to make this sort of investment because you're just doing it for the love because nobody books you. Something the association also needs to consider. Can we put together an event outside of competition that gives Calypsonians an opportunity to make some money during carnival season? It can't just be for competition. It's the only thing. Is it the only thing besides mass? Nobody mass making money. Just for competition? No wonder some of them sing raga soca and soca music if they really want to make money. Something to consider. All right, moving forward. Somebody says calypso singers of the 60s and 70s always sang about the political and social issues of the day, nothing new. Yes, he's a hero for what he believes to be true. Sometimes you have to break the rules and throw a spanner in the works, sit and wait. It is fun to stand back and see the reaction once we're not getting in trouble. 8:32, it's time for a break. And when we come back, we'll move on to something else. Somebody says on the live, yes, just yesterday I was sharing these sentiments with some friends. Yeah, cyanide just might be what they need. Anyways, time for a break and we come right back. Throughout the course of the morning, we're going to be playing some music. We're going to play as much up until Carnival Tuesday of Vincy Mass's soca, calypso, and raga soca music. You know, picking and choosing here. Everybody going to get to play once it's nice and once it's clean and it's radio worthy. We'll be back.